Hey, we have a treat. Hi, hello, welcome to okay, we're moving the camera all around, all around. Are we good? Are we good? Okay. So we have a treat. We're gonna do an open reading. The cards are ready, but, but, we are still gonna do clarification, and those are not ready. They're never ready. So, let's begin. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. By the way, this is the Oracle Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess of Losi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for the channeled messages out of an open reading. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. You belong, so welcome home. It's a delight and an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me to do so. We will be imposing the guidance. That's the main overall energy from This Might Hurt Tarot. It's authored by Isabella Rotman out of Liminal 11 Publishing. What we do is we lay 4 cards. It's the overall core concrete crystallized energy as we're gathered here today for the Oracle Consularship. There will be additional cards that will clarify or modify these 4 cards, the core central energy. We have the Star, 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, again, Star, 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, Stars, 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands. If the reading's going a little slow, you can increase the playback. It'll play faster. You can reduce the reading up to half. And also, I'll be speaking like a chipmunk, okay? And then usually, not always, there will be some type of summary in the show notes or the about section or the description box. If you click through to the video, somewhere in the video playback settings, usually it's like a gear, depending on whatever device that you're on. That's to fast forward, and then in the show notes or the description box, if you click through the video, it'll be between the palms of hands, okay, for the summary. So the star card is about faith, hope, optimism. It could be our life path, spirit card, our destiny, the calling on our life. It's the calling, really. So we're guided by faith, not by sight. And this is always an intention to look up above the horizon into the future towards the stars. With the 6 of Pentacles here, we are receiving 6 Pentacles favor. So this is equally beneficial, nourishing needs exchange. It's the solution to what we were asking for in terms of support. Typically, this is right after the 5 of Pentacles, meaning we needed to ask for it. It's not the case with every 5 moving into the 6, more so though for the Pentacles. Typically, you need a little support, 5 of Pentacles. It may be some type of belief. It may be some type of actual monetary support or some type of help or gift. So this is the answer or the solution to a problem. 6 of Pentacles is also that for the students of tarot out there, the metaphysicians. You have the 9 of Swords. I always use this as a backfire, especially when it's double. You have a pair of 9s. But it can be basically if it's with somebody else, they're feeling guilt or shame. If it's us, we're feeling haunted, targeted, attacked, or typically there's some type of distressing situation. This can be a rather perplexing, persnickety, precarious situation, usually one that causes distress. Okay, and there's a cycle and a completion, but it was difficult, rife with difficulty, where we had to do something. Now, this 9 of Wands here, if we're dealing with somebody else, it can be evil eye, it can be entitlement to the level or degree what we're dealing with, one of those toxic personality styles, a narcas it would be called. If it's us, though, we are finding our spiritual strength because we might have a little fight left in us. Now, a pair of 9s usually means the need for space, the need for time alone. And then again, this star card with the 6 of Pentacles, we may be chosen, favored, highly blessed, favored, and anointed. Now, we have this minor arcana from the Cosmic Coven Tarot by Lillian Lazenby over at Ripe Avocado to deliberate the findings for any type of pairing. combinations related to pairing. So what I mean by combinations related to pairing would be a pair of this. For instance, we have a double nine, that's a pair of nines. Sometimes we get a triple or a set, all four. Okay, so like I said, a pair of nines is the need to take space, maybe space from a situation, environment, surrounding location, or a person, place, or thing, some kind of energy, entity, ideology, perhaps even an enemy. And sometimes we can be an enemy from ourselves. So that energy, that entity, that ideology could be a former self, a lower self, somebody that we used to be, or somebody that we're trying to no longer be. Okay, it's the same energy for all of us. It just manifests differently. We have the Ten of Swords here. That is the overall energy for this double nine, the need to take space. A Ten of Swords could mean that there's a collapse or a rupture. For ourselves, it would be the breakthrough after a breakdown. It can be some kind of enlightenment, illumination, the breaking of a dawn, the dawn. However, it also could mean, if we're dealing with somebody else, that there was a betrayal, the kind that reached to the level of a backstab. Somebody tried to cancel us out, delete us. It could be the proverbial murder, death, kill, 197, or it could be just they wanted us off the board, out of the game. They wanted us to no longer be a threat, no longer be an issue. Sometimes if we're indigenous or cultural, if that's what our background would allow in terms of belief, there could be some, brujeria, santeria, malangria, nagroso, benederia, stregeria, voodoo, orisha. If it's that, it could be hex breaking, spells lifting, curses lifting, that kind of deal. That's about it. So in terms of a cycle completing, because tens is culmination, nines is completion, we have the Nine of Swords here on the board, and then in the clarifiers, we have the Ten of Swords. So that is a difficult cycle that is starting to ping a completion. And there was an ordeal here with the Ten of Swords, is what that tells me. And that's the overall energy, the combined energy for us and whoever is the second party, not a third party, but the combined energy is the King of Cups. So we could be finally realizing that somebody has love to give and we have love to give them. Because if there is a third party, Six of Cups, I don't feel it's the third party. I feel that this is what's going on in the higher realms. Six of Cups, King of Cups, Six of Cups is wanting to honor the soul attachment or agreement, or wanting sanctuary refuge. Six of Pentacles, again, is receiving sanctuary, receiving favor. Six of Cups, again, is receiving sanctuary, but it's more receiving anointing. And then their energy, if we're dealing with another person, is the Six of Pentacles. So they're wanting an equally beneficial nursing need exchange, or they want some type of give and take. There's no negative here, but if it was reverse inverted, it would be some kind of breadcrumbing. With us, we're left to our own devices, so we're safe and secure within the self. We build ourselves up from the inside out. We're kind of self-made or self-governing is another word. Self-possessed, not obsessed or absorbed, self-possessed. So Ten of Swords with the Nine of Pentacles, finally we figured out that we're enough, is what I'm getting, but also finally we figured that we have love to give, and that's the thing on our mind. We might have matured or mastered our authentic, genuine self, is what I'm getting, but it took some time alone. Typically, before the divine blesses us, they get us the question because they need to talk to us one-on-one. But let's keep going here. So the reason it's an open reading is because I know for sure that this is going to talk about what the enemy no longer can do. And the enemy is just anything that's opposition or adversarial, whether it's malice, malignancy, maliciousness, or malevolence, or something that's just sinister, evil, and wicked, or kind of like on the more benign side, just, miserly, embittered. Ultimately, it's unhealed, unawakened, and those who intentionally choose evil still think that it's the path to their happiness for whatever reason. I do want to say, when we're in the material plane, it's always the harder right versus the easier wrong. Unfortunately, when we're in the physical, the line of the soul is inverted. So what looks like the road to heaven is actually the road to hell, and what looks like the road to hell is often the road to heaven. Now, I'm not saying get lewd and lascivious and and all that other stuff, thugging and mugging and mean mugging. That's not the road to heaven either. I'm just saying, like, oftentimes in austerity and struggle, that's the road to heaven, and joy and comfort, that sometimes could be the road to hell. And again, that's not an absolute. It comes with a caveat. It comes with some guardrails to really incorporate that concept and idea. It's not a blanket statement, and it's easy to misunderstand. But I felt called to say that. Eight of Wands, Page of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands, Nine of Wands means that somebody here is wanting to take a stand, and they're wanting some type of power. Queen of Wands, Eight of Wands, they want things to speed up, to accelerate. Three of Cups, Tower, King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so we have Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands here in this reading. We also have the King of Wands, so we have a matching pair. The Tower coming out after the Three of Cups means over the next 3 weeks, something's going to shift, something's going to happen. What that is, how that is, what that looks like, I don't know, but I'm going to tell you. Something's about to shift here. I feel it. And the Witch is the Queen of Wands. And I say that because this was a reading that came out when I was meditating on conflict, and I was told to bring it to the channel. Oh, that's why it's an open reading. Okay. And the Tower here is a notification, an alert that there may be some type of banefulness. Usually the Tower and the Nine of Wands is enough to let me know that something here is baneful, because on the opposing side, if we are dealing with another person, something's backfiring for them. If it's just us, we're taking action. King of Wands, we're taking action. Right here in this reading, it's towards the path. Our body is facing towards the future, but our head is facing towards the past. So we had something working. We planted some type of seed that we're going to try to lead and motivate into some type of action, or manifestation, materialization, mastery of our drive, desires, passions, motivation, wands. And it might be in a collective, it might be a group, a coven, some type of community. Three of Cups, typically the Three of Cups is the solution we've been looking for, kind of like witnessing or testimony. Okay, now we have our second six here. It's of Swords. This is saying that in the next few weeks, there's going to be some type of rupture or truth coming out. Tower. Six of Swords, Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords, Moon. Okay, so you can't deny it. I'm a straight rider. I'm hearing that, but we can't deny this. There is magic here. Benedetta, Strigeria, Brujeria, Santaria. There is some kind of abracadabra, hocus pocus. We have the Moon, the Tower. Those are two of the three combinations for baneful intent. And then we have the prevalence of Queens, which without the Empress would state that there's opposing sides here. There's multiple fronts. And there's definitely some type of competition or vying for the prize. Whatever that prize is, we don't know yet. We need a page to tell us, but or the Empress. But that's what I'm getting here. And that's what I see. So why don't we go ahead and figure out what this pair of sixes is about and this triple queens? I was saying six when that came out. So we have a five overall energy. This five is the wand. So that tells me that for this pair of sixes, which means support, favors, gifts, grants, help, choice, like being chosen. It can't even talk about soulmate energy, which we do have a match here, King and Queen of Wands, but since we're doing a baneful reading, it tells me that we may be dealing with a witch and a warlock. So this Five of Wands, which also means bottom of the barrel, is jealousy, haterade, because somebody here is favored, is chosen, is blessed, is anointed. The overall energy is Three of Pentacles. With the Three of Cups out on the board, it tells us that there may be cliques, covens, cabals, something of that nature. If there's a third party, they are getting anxious or nervous because something is slipping. Eight of Cups. It won't stay. We won't stay in the spot. They need to get to a higher ground in order to reach us, which means, nah, 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 can't touch this. So our energy may be too high and vibing, especially with the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands is the highest vibrational energy in the deck, aside from the Empress. Literally, one of the keywords of the Queen of Wands is highly vibrational, high vibrational. They're the ones that have that life force. You can see it in them. So we're the ones who are blessed and favored and chosen and anointed. And this is saying that there's some kind of conflict here, Five of Wands, that basically there's contestation or competition or crossing or conundrum or challenge. There may even be some cascading cacophony of compounding karma. Somebody may be delulu, loca, crazy. They may be stupid, the dumb, something like that. You know, there's some kind of haterade. They're mired, they're ruminating, oscillating, vacillating in hate, marinating in venom. There's something here that is making them pre-devil or pre-criminal. So I'm seeing more miserly, embittered, more evil, sinister, and wicked. I'm not seeing them being a hoodlum, a thug. I'm seeing them be a criminal, like a spiritual criminal, a demon, basically. Um, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm sensing. That's what I'm seeing. So let's look at this triple queen. Okay, so the overall energy is being left to your own devices, Nine of Pentacles, high worth, high value, high deservingness, and we're under attack, Nine of Swords. There's some energy here that's projecting, and it's this other side. And they're using other people's energy. They're swapping the signature of other people. So this is shapeshifter detection. That's what I'm getting. And I always look for a rainbow with the shapeshifter or the temperance or the moon card. We have the moon card on the board, and then rainbow in her hair. There's a rainbow at the bottom of this card. And there's a rainbow where I said switching energy signatures, swapping. There's a rainbow there and a rainbow there. So I have 5 cards, 4 of them are rainbows. So that's telling me we have a shapeshifter. Somebody that uses other people's la-di-da and yada-yada to do their thug thizzle, their hoodlum-ish. So Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, somebody's desiring the truth here, but they're also just desiring a victory because Knight of Swords, Nine of Swords, they want to target, they desire to target, to haunt, to attack. Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, they want clearance, they want access. King of Cups, they had the sweet spot, Two of Pentacles, so the tables are turning. Three of Pentacles, something's working against them. With the Nine of Swords, Three of Pentacles, something's working against them. The spot that they had is being canceled out. Emperor, Ten of Swords. We're working on moving on from this breakdown, is what I'm getting. Whatever that is, whatever that looks like. Something is coming undone here. A hex, a spell, a curse, or some type of energetic parasite is being revealed because something was siphoning. To a Pentacles moon card, something was siphoning our energy, and it was implanted into our astral body. And I know this is a crab, but when I first looked at that crab, it looked like some type of bug. Now, Queen of Cups moon card, we could be dealing with somebody with their moon in Pisces, to a lesser degree Sagittarius rising. We could have somebody with their moon in Aries or Capricorn rising. We could be dealing with a Taurus rising. But there's some type of energy ritual because we have a pair of eights here. That's spell work, manipulation, or a lesson that we learn from spending a lot of time, energy, effort, attention in some kind of place or space. Somebody here could be a Virgo rising as well. For the Taurus rising, they would have moon in the first house. So that's a walking mystic. They attract a lot of the thing that they're looking for or the thing that they are. This pair of eights is saying that somebody's siphoning or switching or whatever, bypassing, is getting arrested. The gate's getting closed on them. And they're finding it harder to keep up their la-di-da, yada-yada. And I thought that was the Two of Pentacles. It's actually the Ace of Pentacles. So they no longer have access to the tribute. And then the Two of Pentacles is actually on the bottom. It's on the back of this. So what this is telling me, hold on just a second. So the overall energy is some type of tribute. They need a sacrificial lamb, and they are being left to their own devices, and we're finally moving towards making them yield to our authority. We're invoking our own right, our own sovereignty here. That's what's happening. Okay, so this is further clarification. There's no other cards here to clarify in terms of pairings. The Queen of Wands can be a witchcraft or some type of motivational energy around its leadership, a high vibrational female. Yeah, so we've had to defend ourselves, Queen of Swords. We've gone through austerity. We need queens need swords, standards, boundaries, intellect, reasoning, communication, or the offensive. We literally need to attack. And Queen of Swords, Five of Swords, needing standards and boundaries, needing to block something out, needing to revoke, rescind, rebuke, reject, reverse, repel. Queen of Wands, Three of Wands. That's needing to conjure something up, needing franchise purchase, needing an open road or unobstructed gate. With the Four of Pentacles on the other side, this person wanted to secure some type of position by mirror magic. This is magic. This is being canceled out, Ten of Swords. That's the overall energy, because the combined energy is Five of Wands. Yeah, somebody's going to be bottom of the barrel, and the other side has another five. So two fives means depletion, destabilization, decline. Yeah, we're Page of Cups. So we are feeling disappointed, but we've already dealt with that. That's behind our back. We're going back to the past to reclaim something. Okay. So we have a King and Queen of Wands. So that's a pairing. So from Etsy, we'll be using the Pop of Love Oracle by Vibe About It Tarot to deliberate the finding for any type of matching pair. Right now we have the King and Queen. It says here, ghosted and cosmic love. So I was getting energy siphon. I was getting swapping energy or whatever, but they might have tried to do this in the physical, or they may be a karmic lover from a previous lifetime. We're connected throughout eons, and they always follow us through the portal because one time in the past, this is in reverse, we ghosted them essentially, but When it's in reverse, it gives a narrative. I'm sorry I had to run, but I couldn't tell you how I felt because I don't even know how I feel. It was easier for me to walk away instead of having to explain myself. Okay, well, I hope you work that out. Libra, I know I acted as if I couldn't make up my mind. Okay, but this is, yeah, this is a soulmate that is, there's too many differences. So there was some kind of connection that didn't go anywhere. It didn't get off the ground and sustain itself. And somebody, I don't feel retaliatory. I feel that somebody needs a tribute, they need access. So this was a quick read. That was about some type of union that was supposed to give material blessing and allow us to nurture here in the material, but there's terms and conditions on it. The growth is blocked, the road is closed because there was some type of hidden agenda, ulterior motive, moon, probably cloaking in our energy. They were using us in a way that was unauthorized, maybe because we didn't give consent, or maybe because they were projecting something on us. And for a long time, they had bound us, probably so we couldn't move forward. So that's an attack. And we're healing from it. We were healing from it for a long time. So now we're moving on, moving forward. And there's a boomerang here because we're being left to our own devices. And now we're out of the contract with them because they broke terms. It's been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the honor to do so. Go ahead and smash that like button if you have any resonancy with the video. Just a quick prayer to all those still lost out there, to illusion, delusion, confusion, lost in this is the time. Trapped somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of the divine, unconditional love and universal oneness. Honoponopono, we love you. We're sorry. Please forgive us. Thank you. We pray that your steps are ordered, your path illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this lifetime. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be whole, may you be at peace, may you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Until we meet again, until we read again. Namaste, Dandava, and Ashe. Sayonara, das vidanya, Avida Zane. Take good care. See you in the next one. Go ahead and smash that like button. Bye bye.